exceptional. And yet the job of this film, I suppose, is to make him someone that we can all connect with. How did you find that balance, being shown just how exceptional he was, and making him someone that we, as normal human beings who don't have his gifts, can relate to?
I mean, it's hard to really understand the work because it's so such a high level. But I think what's really easy to understand and to relate to is to not be feeling that prejudice, to not have your ideas believed to be understood. I mean, he was carrying so much. I mean, just the fact that he had to be quiet about his love, his sexuality, to be his ideas, and there's such a very human aspect of it. And I think that was very important. As I said a few times, I mean, I think that this film, I want to be, is a celebration of those who are different. Those who dare to think new ideas and not brave enough to live and be and think outside the norm.
Benedict, so much of Turing's character in the film is inside his head, inside his heart. What was the way in for you to try to show that on screen?
Well, not being a maths genius or a war hero or a gay icon, I had to look for something that's common to all of us. And the thing that really hooked me into him and made me feel care a great deal about him was the realization that everything he knew, everything he understood, everything he brought us as a scientist, as a hero, as a gay icon was felt first, was experienced. He was an incredibly sensitive human being. And I mean, began by the beginning of his life, he was adopted by foster parents once his parents were working diplomatic abroad until the age of 4. When they returned, he had a Stan. I imagine a Stan in those days would have excluded you from a lot of very normal social bonds that should be easy to make at that age with fellow children. And at every single point, every adversity, everything that he ever experienced, it seemed to me somehow managed to turn that to his advantage. So a man a child who could speak would then look for other ways to communicate, internalise his feelings, his thought process. And I just sort of found that all the way through Graham's extraordinary spirit, that every single adversity seemed to help him to come to an alternative way of thinking. And thank God for all of us, because what he gave us both in his work at Bletchley and being the father of the computing age, the computer itself, and showing us that any prejudice, any scapegoating of minority, any misunderstanding of someone who's different is perilous for all of us. His way of living created that, and I don't know, I think what I'm trying to say is it means that for all of his extraordinary achievements, for all of his differences, which the film celebrates, he's one of us. He's one of us, and we can relate to that. We can relate to the things he experienced in life. To lose your first love, the tender moments of your adolescence, to discover that you're gay, to put all your faith in, and also to be brought out of yourself by somebody as extraordinary as President Morten obviously was. And to have that ripped away from you by death, I can't imagine the damage that would have done. I mean, it's a very tender, sensitive, and important time in anyone's life. And that was the first time I think since childhood that he had an excuse to be more than what he felt he was, and help be differentiated and bullied and excluded to be accepted. And it was only until Joan came on that he had that experience again. And I saw those hooks in the story, and I'm trying to play his learning curves as a human being throughout, because everything, like I said, everything he gave us was extraordinary to him achieving. He achieved through the ordinary. So that was one of the reasons inspiring.